As the U.S. and NATO allies continue to push back on Putin, so are former top Russian diplomats. One in particular who's been very outspoken is former Russian Minister of Foreign Affairs Andrei Kozyrev, more recently the author of The Firebird, The Elusive Fate of Russian Democracy. Andrei, good to have you with us. You know, I was looking at your tweet. You actually tweeted that Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov was, and I'll read this quote, rightfully sanctioned, saying that as your deputy back in the 90s, he used to have your back, but that today you would watch your back if he was behind you. What happened and what has changed?
I don't know what happened inside his head, but it's different person, especially politically, it's totally different. You know, I know that there are positive situations when a soul becomes O, but perhaps there is room for reverse, you know, when a good person becomes a bad person, and serving this regime, it just makes me feel sick that he's doing that. He was my friend.
So how do you think these sanctions imposed by the U.S. and its allies are affecting Russia, will affect Russia? Are they doing enough, and will they do enough?
Well, I think now they are doing enough. I would rather see some of those not as severe as this, but some sanctions much earlier, you know, like maybe 8 years ago in 2014, and I wrote some articles about that and made it clear my position. So I think there was a little bit of appeasement also from the United States side all the time under all the presidents, and especially from the European side. But it seems to come to an end when they face the reality. You know, it's probably understandable. For me, it was clear from the very beginning, and some other people who are more familiar with the situation in Russia, which has been deteriorating all the time. And it's difficult for the Western eyes to see the reality. So finally, I think they do see the reality. And when I listen to President Biden and I see what they're doing, it seems to be quite powerful.
Andrei, let me ask you, there have been a number of political and military leaders here in the U.S. coming out saying that Putin has lost his mind, that he sounds unhinged. What do you think of what people are saying about Putin's mental state right now?
Again, it's like Lavrov. I am not psychoanalyst, but what I could tell you that we grew up, I mean, Putin in Leningrad, which is St. Petersburg today, and I grew up in Moscow at the same time, almost, because we are almost the same age. And we have this experience of the street gangs. Not that probably we were in these street gangs, but we certainly met with street gangs. And if they were losing, their leader or somebody from their side would then play a madman, saying that, oh, I will now kill, you know, with knife or something, and I go to jail, but hold me, people. So that's a tactic which we know. So that well might be, and I believe it is, because he's made miscalculation. He thought that the Ukrainians are covered and they will bow to the aggression, which they don't. And he thought that the West was too you know, like clumsy or not able to act. And now he says that it's second miscalculation, and that's enough. I mean, these two miscalculations are more than enough. So he plays probably a madman. But imagine that he really is a kind of going mad or is a madman. So I think there are a military around him, and the nuclear so-called button, it's not as simple as that. There is definitely some chain of command. And that's why he televised his meeting with the defense minister and the chief of staff, and they probably could play a role, and some other military and people around him who know better, but they risk everything. Their families, because the nuclear war is a doomsday machine for everyone. It's suicidal.
Yes.
So somebody will just stop him.
Well, I hear these words. I hear you say madman. I hear miscalculations, a deadly mix. And we will continue to see and watch how this unfolds, and appreciate you coming forward and talking to us as a former Russian foreign minister, Andrei Kozyrev. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.